Hi there, Stoane here from Wood and Stone. Today I wanted to talk about Carter Products AccuRight Miter Mill. I use this to cut off the ends of logs before I start to machine them in other ways. It's a really handy tool for that. For those of you who don't know, when you're cutting on a bandsaw, the kickback is not an issue because the blade's going up and down. But if you're putting something round into that space, what it wants to do is tilt that log towards the blade, which causes a whole bunch of dangerous stuff. So Carter came out with this tool to help solve that problem. What I want to talk about is how to get this set up for your specific, for your bandsaw. First of all, it comes, in a package, all closed up, ready for shipping. These parts are separate, so I've pulled those apart. It also comes with some paperwork with pictures on how to do all this, so this will just kind of work as a supplement to what you see there. I tend to learn better visually, so that's why I'm doing this video. But basically, what I'm going to do is, you can see how this is not parallel to the bottom. I'm going to slice this off so that it is parallel to the bottom, so that it'll clamp up in the next tool that I want to talk about, so that I can start cleaning up the edges. So what I did for this particular tool is I first started out by moving this little knob, came on this front hole here, and I moved that towards the back so that I can push this a little bit further out so that we can get those locked in. And then you're gonna have on the bottom here, this is what fits into your T-slot so that it can slide parallel to your bandsaw blade. And what it has is it has these little set screws on here that use a tiny, like eyeglass size flathead screwdriver. You're going to move those set screws so that it sits in your T-slot firm. You don't want it to be tight so that you're fighting it, and you don't want it to wiggle because you want an accurate cut that's not all jagged. So what I'm gonna do right now is, I pulled these apart so you can see kind of how it comes. I'm gonna put these back on here, and we're going to, there's multiple different holes here, but I'm gonna put one on the right hand side of the handle, and then up here it'll be on the left hand side. Just it's added grip on that log while you're pushing it through. Since that's what we're trying to accomplish, I don't see any reason why having the extra grip there is gonna hurt. So I'll do that, and then we'll cut to the bandsaw. Okay, so now we're over here at the bandsaw with the Carter Products Miter Mill. I have a piece of pink ivory here. For those of you that don't know, this is going to be a very cool pinkish watermelon type color. It's extremely rare wood. I got this out of a collection from somebody that was retiring. So this wood was bought many, many years ago. There's some checking in it. So what I want to do is kind of get this closer to what I'm going to end up turning. I'm going to turn a vase for my beautiful wife. And I want as little of this to become scrap as possible because it's such a rare, expensive material. So with the curve that's in this, what I want to do is I'm going to cut that curve out so the vase will be something like this. I think this might qualify as a vase given the material, but we'll see. But I want this to end up being, the vase will be right here, and then the scrap I can turn into a plate or something along those lines. But what I don't want to do is literally while I'm turning, I don't want to turn a bunch of this into sawdust because of its rarity. So the downside to just running this through, the danger side, to just running this through the bandsaw is because there's no support on this end, it's round, that bandsaw is pushing down, it wants to pull that piece into the blade, which can be a very dangerous, problematic situation. So that's where the miter mill comes into play. I have the 5/8 Carter Products 5/8 3 TPI bandsaw blade in here. That's my go-to kind of workhorse saw blade. I do use other ones that I'll talk about in other videos, but this is the one that I'm using 90% of the time on my bandsaw. It works well, so I haven't tried to mess with that formula. So we'll go ahead. I made sure that my guard is clear of the log. This is all stable and set up really well. Everything's nice and tight. This isn't rocking in here. This is going to clear when I cut it all the way through. So now we're just going to turn on the bandsaw and go ahead and slice it off.
There you go. Now you can see why that's such a valuable or loved wood. And it's super rare because a lot of people wanted to use it. So, very beautiful wood. Carter Products miter mill did a fantastic job. A nice clean cut along with that blade. What a proper bandsaw setup will do for you. I hope this was a helpful video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. That really helps us out. And I hope to see you in the next video.